I'm Greg Jarboe, and we're here at Search Engine Strategies Toronto. It's the end of day 2. I'm with Jill Whalen of HighRankings. Jill, you're going to be talking about myths.
Myths, yep, SEO myths.
Now, what is the biggest myth in SEO?
Well, I don't know about the biggest. There's like hundreds, hundreds of them out there. So many things that people think are what you're supposed to do for SEO are just myths. They don't really do much.
Have you figured out why there are so many myths?
I think people like on forums, like, are you supposed to do this? And and then they just do it. And nobody ever tries and figures stuff out for themselves. They're just like listening to other people instead of really just, let's see what works, what really works.
So are you going to be busting a few myths here?
I'll be busting a bunch, yep.
In any like previews or samples?
Well, like pages appear in page rank order, for instance. People believe that. People think, the higher the page rank is, that's going to automatically make their page show up in Google higher, but not necessarily work like that.
Who knew?
You knew.
Oh, never mind. Well, what do you think the whole show here at SES Canada, do you find that there seems to be a lot of new people here for the first time, so do you think myth, this is going to be a hard one to do, myth busting is actually a pretty practical course, a pretty practical session?
Yeah, I think it's really important. In fact, I would have liked had they done it day one, because I think it should be one of the first things that the people hear. When I do my training classes, I just do a whole session on the myths and busting them and leaving them all kind of like, oh no, all those things I thought were SEO really aren't. And then we get into what it really is, which is really good.
Well, one last question, because you actually have a forum. It's HighRankings. You find a lot of people come there to get their myths busted. That's really hard to say. Myth busting. Going to HighRankings is a lot easier to say. So the people should go to HighRankings so that they can
bust their myths.
There you have it. And if you can say myth busting 3 times fast, you too can be an interviewer at the next SES Toronto.